Hey, what's up, world? This is the Young Boss himself, CJ Perez, represent for Young Boss Enterprises, and I just want to cut this quick little video for you to keep it real. Drop some little thoughts of knowledge on you. We're all about integrity in this business, in this company. I've learned that through all my mentors that I work with, so I just want to keep it real with you guys today. Now, a lot of people, when I tell them about the business and the opportunity, the first thing that they think of is it's a scam, it's a pyramid, you're never going to make money, and they've seen the success that I've had, up to this day. And, unfortunately, some people had the opportunity where their parents did well for themselves, so they kind of got a head start in life. They didn't have to start working as hard at an earlier age as most people. And they feel that because they had that head start that they don't need to be working as hard even to this day. And then just the same, you have people on the other side of the tracks where their parents weren't fortunate enough to give them that luxury to let them start ahead, and they feel that because of their situation that they started in, that they're not able to better themselves. They're not going to be able to get out of the ghetto or the hood, because that's where they started. I'm here to tell you that that's not true. You're only a product of your environment if you allow yourself to be. Alright? So, you got the drive, the determination, the passion, and you don't quit. That's all you need to make it to the top. No matter what anybody says, it's all about you. Being in this industry, we run into a lot of naysayers, and honestly, that's just motivation. You feel me? Because without them, I wouldn't be motivated to get to the top and, even get to where I am today. Now, let's be honest. If we've never seen or tasted success, what makes us think that we could keep doing what we're doing and sleep and still be successful? You feel me? Now, if over the last 5 years, we haven't been able to save even $1,000 a year, something's wrong. Okay? You have to rate your success with the amount of time that you're willing to put into it. Okay? We all only have 24 hours in a day. Alright? Now, if you decide to make $24,000 a year, and we're on this side and we're making $24,000 a month, don't hate on us because we're choosing to use our time differently, alright? We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but we work smarter and not harder, okay? And that's all we're trying to do, is we're trying to show people how to work smarter, not harder. Build that residual wealth. Alright? Now, in order to be successful, you got to be willing to lose sleep over it. Most people today, they consider you successful if you got a good paying job, you got a college degree. Even if you're working check to check, they still consider you successful, okay, in the corporate world. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Now, that's the topic of today, so I'm going to get a little personal with you. 2 years ago, my family and I had to move out of the house that we grew up in because we couldn't afford it anymore, and we just had to move out. We went from a 3-bedroom house to a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay, now that was tough, and you really don't appreciate something until it's taken from you. Now, this was my real wake-up call, and I did a little bit of self-evaluation, you feel me? And I looked at my grandma. She had just retired, and normally when people retire, they're supposed to be living life, going on vacations, cruises. They're never home because they're all around the world doing what they want to do. And that wasn't the case for not only my grandma, who was retired, but most of her friends who were also retired. They retired with only 40% of their paycheck, and so none of the bills changed. Everything was the same, but their income was the only thing that changed. So I was like, okay, well, if working a job for 30-40 years and then retiring doesn't let me have financial freedom, let me look at my mom, who's my #1 role model. Okay, let me see what she's been doing. And she's been working 3 jobs for 10 plus years, putting my sister and I through school and getting our education, and she was barely making enough to stay broke. Okay, now, my mom's the hardest worker I know. Honestly, she inspired me to do what it is that I do today. Now, if her working her butt off at 3 jobs wasn't making her any money, then I knew that wasn't it. That wasn't gonna work. I thought to myself, Chris, what do you need to do to become wealthy, to build wealth and become financially free? I said, I gotta think outside the box. And that's when 5 Links was introduced to me. And, it's been a blessing. I can honestly say that after the last 2 years, I've been able to move my mom back into our house that we grew up in. Our family's back where we belong. And I don't ever plan on moving them again unless they want to. They want to change their zip code, you know. But if you really want to be successful, you got to go get it. You got to be willing to lose sleep over it. You got to work harder than everybody else. Now, my little success story is nowhere near where I want to be. Okay, yes, I moved my mom back into the house that she grew up in and that our family was raised in. And now the next step is to retire my mom's. All right, so we're on our way, and everybody on my team, we're in it not only for ourselves but for our family. Okay, and we're just trying to share this opportunity, and get everybody retired by the age of 30. So this is just a little video that I wanted to cut real quick, keep it real with you guys, let you know what we're working with, what we're doing here at Young Boss Enterprises. So I'm gonna keep dropping videos over the next few weeks. So make sure you keep an eye out for it, and I'll see y'all at the top.